European whites now starting to label all Israelites as radical extremist hate groups. Will they ever learn to quit persecuting Hebrews in this manner? Now, I like to go to gotquestions.com or .org. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Yo, what's up, my brothers?
What's up, nigga?
What my brothers doing, man?
Well, I'll read to you what I'm doing. European whites now starting to label all Israelites as radical extremist hate group. Will they ever learn to quit persecuting the Hebrew in this manner? And that's what I'm doing.
Because the Catholic Church knows that they are not Jews also. Oh, you don't believe it? The Pope knows who the Jews are. Do you understand that the Pope bows down and he prays to a black Madonna and a black Messiah? You didn't know that? Take a look at these pictures. Yeah, your Pope kneels and prays before a black Madonna and a black Messiah, and he rolls out the white Messiah and the white Madonna for you. If that doesn't stir up your coffee for you, then I don't know what will. It's rather funny, actually. You know, because I'm wondering why would he even bow down to the Messiah, as evil as he is? He just knows. I guess he's trying to get some street cred, I guess. But this, you know, the Jews have done so much damage, it's almost comical. It's almost comical. I'm laughing because I know what's going to happen to them pretty soon. And Henry Kissinger called up a news agency and said, I want to make a quote. I want to make a quote. And he says, I want you to take this quote down. And they said, well, okay, Mr. Kissinger, what would you like to say? He says, in 10 years, the nation of Israel will no longer exist. Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's a good one. That's a good one. The reason why I'm laughing is that means the Messiah, they know the Messiah is coming. They know the Messiah is coming. And that is a time to rejoice. And for those of you who don't realize it, the Messiah is a black man. So if you happen to see this amazing black man come out of the sky, and you've been praying to a white one, you better kiss your ass goodbye. Oh, yeah, you better kiss your ass goodbye, because he's gonna be kicking butt and taking names.
You know, Henry Kissinger called up a columnist for the New York Post. This was about 2 months ago. And he said, I would like for something to be on the front page of your newspaper, a quote from me. She said, okay. Betsy, one of her names, you can get the New York Post.
Sure, I saw it.
And he said, in 10 years, Israel will not exist. That's all. That's all he wanted to say. But he wanted to tell the whole world. Because in the Jewish Kabbalah and Talmud, you tell people what you're going to do before you do it. If you're going to murder somebody, you tell them beforehand.
Well, that's like Indians counting coup.
Yeah, that relieves you of the guilt of doing it, according to this theory. So he's saying in 10 years there will be no Israel. What does that mean? They just came out with a new DNA study by Dr. Ilan Elhaik of St. John's Hopkins School of Medicine, one of the most distinguished schools in America. He's Jewish. He says that there is no Jewish people. that all of the Jews in the world came from the Khazars and such. Now, there have been other genetic studies on this. In other words, no one living in Israel today has ancestors who came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Except for the Sephardic Jews of Middle Eastern Jews.
But those are less than 2% of the Jews. In fact, the Palestinians are more Israelite than the Jews are.
But by the way, it was Sephardic Jews they radiated.
And by the way, now Obama's going.
Why would the Israelis want to kill Jews that are genetically like the truly ancient Jews?
Well, they're the Ashkenazi Jews. You know, it's a long story. The Ashkenazi Jews are the Khazars. They're not Israelites. The Sephardi, many of them are. Those that stayed in the Middle East are. So the people, when Netanyahu says God gave us the title of this land, 5,000 years ago, no such thing. His ancestors came from Khazaria.
So there's been new genetic research showing that's a true theory.
So this just came.
The 13th tribe's been confirmed. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Arthur Kessler, the poor guy died. Some say he was murdered. He was a very good Zionist Jew, and he wrote the 13th tribe. He said they came. All of the historians and archaeologists have always said this. I wanted to know.
That's around Georgia.
Yeah, I wanted to know the truth. I wanted to say, well, what is the truth on this? Well, now we have DNA evidence that says the Jews are converts. They're pagans who converted to Judaism. They do not. Their bloodlines do not go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And not only that, but Dr. Elhike, who is Jewish, who is a real fighter there, he says there's no doubt about it. It's science. So what happens? What do all the Christians do? I want to say this. Henry Kissinger knew of this study. He knows of this. I think well,
no, it's really chic to hate Israel, and I see them building it up, Antichrist stuff. He claims to be and then kills them. this is crazy.
Right, the elite.
That's what I'm saying. It's more sophisticated.
The elite have latched on to Israel as a tactic, as a strategy.
Like I saw America's plunging in the polls. They have us do the dirty work, then they destroy us.
Absolutely. Look, the Rothschilds and the others are Sabbatean Jews. They worship Satan. They don't worship the Bible. They have a serpent that they worship. I know this sounds fantastic. Of course it is. But that
was because of that ancient area north of Georgia. That was the
right, Kazakhstan, Georgia, all those areas in there. Those people migrated over to Europe. There were 3 million Polish people. Now, when Israel was formed, David Ben-Gurion, the first prime minister, was a Polish guy. Shimon Peres is Polish. That wasn't even their names. They changed their names to sound like they were Israelites. So we have a nation of imposters. So we have a nation of imposters. So we have a nation of imposters. So we have a nation of imposters.
Brothers and sisters, I hope that our study helped you, and I pray that you continue to see the importance of keeping the commandments, statutes, and right rulings of the